Hello, my podmates. I really enjoyed listening to the stories of you guys this afternoon a lot, which was so candid and which also really motivated me to tell my stories honestly. And now I will tell you two stories of mine. I rarely tell anyone those stories, and today I feel that I want to tell you guys, my podmates. The first story is about love. I had my first relationship when I was 16. It was sweet and romantic. My boyfriend's hobby was photography, so we usually went to the lakes and forests in my hometown Dalat, a highland city in Vietnam, to take a lot of beautiful pictures. Our relationship had been sweet for 2 years. Then, at the age of 18, when I went to college, was also when my family found out that the friend who usually visited our house was also my love. And the whole family, my dad, my mom, and my sister, all were upset and angry. My dad then gave a phone call to my friend and insisted on killing him. My dad also asked my mom to go with me to school every day to make sure that I wouldn't have any contact with any boy. My sister at that time was pregnant. She told me to change. If I don't change, she wouldn't give birth to the baby. And I promised to my family that I would change. I kept my promise. During my years at college, I only focused on studying and extracurricular activities. I was not there to have any intimate relationships with anyone. All were because I wanted to keep my family happy and peaceful. However, after graduation, when I worked in a startup, I had my second boyfriend, who was also my colleague and my fiance now. His English name is Cherry. At first, I was very worried and anxious about what if my family would find out that I broke my promise. Cherry once visited me when I was at hospital, and my mom saw that. Some days after, she asked me if Cherry was my boyfriend. I refused. Then she told me to be candid, as no matter what, she would always love me and stand by me. Feeling totally surprised but happy, I told her all the truth. Until then, I found that during the previous couple of years, my mom had done a lot of intensive researches about LGBT on the internet, which was not a very popular thing among moms in Vietnam at that time. Looking back, I believe that had it not been for my mom's love, and had it not been for I doing everything to make my family happy, my mom would not have been such calm and genuine to spend time doing those researchy, to understand me, and to one day tell me that I'm happy as long as you are happy. This whole experience really taught me about empathy and how to empathize with others, my dad, my mom, and my sisters, and to love them. The second story that I want to tell is about hope, which I learned from Cherry. 2 years ago, his mom was diagnosed with leukemia. We didn't even know what it meant by leukemia. Cherry had to look it up to find out that it is a blood cancer. And now let's get a little biological here. The bone marrow produces blood cells to support the whole body for livelihood. Doctors in Vietnam said that the only way for cure is a bone marrow transplant, and Singapore is the nearest country that does it for a 60 years old patient. So Cherry gathered everything he possibly could, and brought his mom to Singapore for treatment. While Singapore hospital agreed to treat his mom, it was incredibly hard to find a match for bone marrow. The ratio of finding a 100% match is 1 per 10,000. It was a very slim chance. After the initial shock with a slim hope, Cherry asked all of his 11 relatives in Vietnam to go and do the test. He also created a Facebook page named Save My Diamond to call for bone marrow donation. That is where I bring one of his favorite quotes about hope to you guys. Always believe something wonderful is going to happen. Out of the people on this planet, his uncle was a 100% match with his mom. I believe in the law of attraction. When you really want something so much, the universe will give it to you. It is one of the big mindsets towards life that I learned from Cherry.